Right then, so we start off with the Storm and the Roosters. Meant to be the big blockbuster of the round, but the Roosters missing some key players, the Storm missing some key players as well. Well, one player in particular, Cameron Munster. So Riley Jacks comes in at 6. We've both tipped the Roosters for this one. I think we've probably got fairly similar reasoning.
Yeah, look, Munster a big loss for Melbourne. Pappenhausen was just starting to feed really well off of Munster. Now they looked good last week, but they had Cameron Smith slot in the halves. With the team list looking the way they do at the moment, the Roosters getting back Tedesco, getting back Josh Morris. You've got the likes. I mean, yes, they lose Radley. Yes, they lose Verrills. Yes, they lose Liu. But the depth, you look at Nat Butcher, who is walking into the starting 13 at most other teams. He slots in at lock. Tupanua, Far Mouse, Big Posa. Big Posa is back on the bench, back from his stint with the Warriors. Collins and Orbison on the bench. Good luck to the commentators this week trying to pronounce a couple of these names. Look, the Roosters, outside of Radley, really back to their best lineup. The Storm could make a crack at this. I think if they drop Jacks, bring in Cooper Johns to make his debut, and have Smith guide around a little bit, but I just don't see it happening. Especially now that, even with it being up at Suncorp, it could be deemed as a Storm home game, but I just don't see it happening. Roosters 1-12 for me.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I'd say that the Roosters by more than that. I'd say that the Roosters are going to open up a scoreline here. I don't think that's because the Storm are going to defend badly. I just think it's just that they're not going to attack that well. I mean, you saw it last week when Munster went, that spark went as well. The creativity isn't there. I'm with you. I think if Cooper Johns gets a run out, I think maybe they've got a bit of a better shot than with Riley Jacks, because to be honest, Riley Jacks hasn't really impressed in these opening rounds. But coming up against the Roosters, I think you've got a back experience over potential raw talent, unfortunately. So, I mean, Olam back in as well. He's going to add a good battle out wide. But I just think that there's too much experience in that Roosters side. There's too much talent as well. I mean, you got Orbison in there. Worst case scenario, one of your outside backs picks up a knock. Orbison slots into the centre. There's so many possibilities. They lose a lock forward, Tupanua goes in. They lose a back, Orbison goes in. Lose a forward, Collins goes in. There's just so much depth and cover. The only worry is potentially that you lose Jake Friend because his body's not quite where it used to be, but he's still going good. Still got a few more years in him. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go Roosters 13 plus on this one.
Yeah, 13 plus. I think you're ballsy on, but even if Friend does go, Nat Butcher can and has played a little bit of hooker previously, and you put Collins in at 13. It's an easy fix.
Yeah. And the other tip that I'm going to throw in there is that the commentators are going to have an absolute nightmare trying to separate Farmasili and Farmasili for Somalawi. There's going to be a lot of confusion on that one. But yeah, I don't see the Storm winning without Munster, to be honest. It's pretty cut and dry. The Roosters, as you mentioned, with Morris coming back as well, if they find the edges, it's going to be a tough ask for the Storm.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they can do, but I just don't see it happening for Melbourne.
No, me either.